Did we make it? Are we back?
Hey, and welcome to the Everything 80s podcast trailer. I'm Jamie, and I'll be your host to take a look back at what may be the greatest decade known to man. If you're like me, you grew up in this decade and remember it as an explosion of pop culture and an era that we look back at with great nostalgia. If you didn't grow up in the 80s, you may be looking at it with some curiosity, and you've come to the right place. This podcast will be your one-stop shop for all things 80s. And in it, I'll be covering all the topics you'd hope to see, such as movies, music, TV shows, cartoons, toys, fashion, food, even breakfast cereals. You'll get to hear all about the big things that you would expect, like the Transformers, Back to the Future, and the history of Teddy Ruxpin. But this podcast will go a lot deeper. You will learn about some more obscure topics from the 80s, such as why VHS won the format war against Beta, why the Laserdisc failed even though it was such high-end technology. You know why the PG-13 rating was created in the 80s? You'll find out why in this podcast series. How about the Memphis design? What was it and how did it create the look and the style of the 80s? Don't worry though, as I'll cover some other long-forgotten 80s topics such as Flight of the Navigator, Garbage Pail Kids, and the bizarre story of the Happy Meal. In order to stay on top of all these podcast episodes, make sure that you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you find your podcasts. And in the meantime, you can check out the website and articles over at everything80spodcast.com. Thanks for coming along on this journey to remember such a monumental decade. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the inside.